Hey, what's going on everyone? Romeo here, a fellow Spanish language learner. In this video, I want to reluctantly share another Spanish resource that I came across back when I started studying Spanish. Now, the reason why I say I reluctantly want to share it is because I determined back then that this resource wasn't for me. And I actually watched the first episode of this resource 2 days ago to just confirm that it still is not for me. But the reason why I want to bring it to your attention is because maybe you don't know about it. And maybe if you are someone who just are starting your language journey and you are not doing the resources that I recommend, maybe this will be for you. So Extra en Español is the name of the resource. And what it is a Spanish telenovela that was created so that it mirrors the US television show Friends. So first, let me show you what the intro is.
Esta es la historia de Lola y Ana, que comparten un piso en España. Tienen un vecino, Pablo. A Pablo le gusta Lola y a Ana le gusta Pablo. Y así están las cosas hasta que Lola recibe una carta de América.
All right, so the idea of this show is it's set up just like the US series Friends, or the US television series Friends. At least that's what it is supposed to mirror. So there is someone who comes from America. It's a gentleman. His name is Sam, and he doesn't know Spanish really well. And he comes to share this apartment with these neighbors that live across from each other. And of course, there's a series of things that happen just like any other television series. So a lot of people recommend that you start here if you are a beginner because of several reasons, right? The Spanish in this series is very slow. There's repetitive dialogue, is a clear visual context. And if you just want to watch something for entertainment, then it's a low cognitive load. But for me, even though a lot of people recommend it for beginners, there's some things that I didn't really like about it. The first thing is that the Spanish that's spoken by the English visitor is like really bad. At first, it's funny when you first hear it because you've also been a Spanish beginner at some point or another, or even maybe now, or even myself now. It's like that's what we do. We say things incorrectly, but it's highly exaggerated in this television series, and I just didn't like it. Like, it loses its humor really quickly, at least for me. And another thing that I didn't like is the unrealistic pronunciation is easy to model if you really like this series and then you watch it over and over. At least it can be. So here's an example of the English character speaking his Spanish in this series.
He dicho.
Hi. Hola.
Hola.
Me llama America. Soy de Sam.
¿Quieres decir me llamo Sam?
¿Te llamas Sam?
No, me llamo...
Yeah, so it's like, I don't think anyone who actually even starts learning Spanish speaks Spanish that poorly. If they do, I don't know what to say about that. But what I can say about the series is that if you go into the YouTube videos and you go into the comments, which I will share with you briefly, you'll look into the comments and there's a lot of people that actually like the television series. So for example, if I go into this playlist and I start with the video here, you go into the comments, you'll see people, hey, people liking the series. They say, hey, this may be the best beginner Spanish show I've ever seen. Amazing. Please continue uploading episodes. I love it. So a lot of people like it. So the real question is, who is this really for? I would say that if you are someone that just wants to look at Spanish content for the sake of looking at Spanish content, and you want to hear clearly spoken Spanish, as long as you ignore the English character, then this is something that you may be interested in. Do note that this series was actually recorded in Spain, so there is a lot of vosotros use in this television series, so that is something to keep in mind. So maybe if you're a true beginner and you choose not to learn from, let's say, using Destinos in Introduction to Spanish, or you've finished Destinos, but you're still not quite ready for the other telenovela resource that I recommend, Español C, then perhaps this can bridge that gap between Destinos and Español C. But if you are a true intermediate learner, like someone who's in the stage where you really have a good grasp of the language and you understand, like if you understand everything in the first episode of this series, then you should probably skip it and just go the route of the Español C telenovela series that I talked about before. Also, if you are someone who's sensitive to bad pronunciation and you want to optimize for realism, then you should also probably skip this series. Anyway, where can you find it? I'm going to link 3 places in the description of this video. It's actually all over YouTube if you just type in extra Spanish. But the reason why I want to point out these 3 resources are because they're all kind of different. The first resource is on this page called Splash Learned Spanish. They have a playlist of 12 of the 13 videos, and all of their videos are the full episodes. And so maybe if you want to watch 30 minutes of an episode, then this channel will be for you. Again, this is Splash Learn Spanish. If you want to watch all the episodes and you want to watch the episodes maybe just a little bit at a time, then another place that you can find it is this channel that's called Spanish OK. They have the full playlist of all 13 episodes. It's just broken down into a shorter time frame for you. So over 2 days, you can watch one half of the episode. And then once it cuts to the point where it summarizes the first half of the video, then on the next day, like you can stop. And then on the next day, you can watch the second half of the video. And then the last place that I will point out is this channel that's called Pedro Martinez. Again, I'll link these. And the reason why I want to point out Pedro Martinez channel is because this is the only place that I actually found it on the internet. I didn't search all the internet, but this is the only place I kind of found it on the internet that does not have the subtitles burnt into the series. So if you're someone who want to watch something without like being distracted by the subtitles, then this will be the channel for you. So going back to this channel, see the subtitles, both the Spanish and the English are burnt in. And then the same thing with this channel, both the Spanish and the English subtitles are burnt in. So so you have 3 choices. If this is something for you, then great. Here you go. You can watch this. But it wasn't for me. If it was for you, if you did already watch this series, I'm curious, like, did you enjoy it or did it annoy you like it did me? Please let me know in the comments. Anyway, if this was a resource that you didn't know about and maybe it's something that you want to watch, go ahead and check it out. If this helped you out by giving you another resource that you can possibly watch, then give this video a like. Otherwise, until the next video, good luck on your journey to more functional, usable Spanish. Peace.